Good afternoon. My name is Jill Olson, and I'm here today to talk to you about the IFP Information Gateway. Today, I am going to be providing you some information on the following topics: explaining what the IFP Information Gateway is, going through the IFP request form and process, explaining various roles within the process, showing how you can sign up for IFP notifications, and IFP inquiries. So what is the IFP Information Gateway? Well, in a nutshell, the gateway is a centralized portal that serves a variety of organizations and interests. It is a single source for the following: charts, IFP production plan, IFP coordination, IFP documents, IFP request form, which we will go into in further detail, IFP inventory summary, IFP inquiries, more details on this item in a few slides, and IFP notifications. Again, more detail later. As you can see, the IFP Information Gateway is truly a gateway to a lot of valuable information. So let's get started. The first item we will discuss is the IFP request form. As you can see, it is located on the far left side of the main page. And in accordance with FAA Order 8260.43, as discussed earlier with Chris, this is the official conduit used to submit requests for the creation, amendment, or cancellation of a public use IFP when utilizing the gateway. IFP requests are validated for policy compliance, access, safety, and NAS benefits. The validation will consider the following, to name just a few: alignment with the PBN NAS/NAV strategy, compatibility with national initiatives, enhancement of operational efficiency, review of airport IFP services to ensure a comparable IFP is not currently available. We will now start going through the process. When you click the IFP request form, this is the page that you will initially see. There are three role options: internal FAA, airport owner or manager, and other, such as pilot, NBAA, AOPA, etc. So there's a slightly different process for each of the roles. All will submit their request via the IFP Information Gateway and will complete the IFP request form and provide their justification for requested procedure, also including any reduction in existing procedures. For internal FAA requesters, the request will then be routed to the appropriate service center, who will then engage the airport sponsor or owner. For those that fall in the other category, the request will be directly routed to the airport sponsor or owner with a courtesy copy to the appropriate FAA service center. The airport manager or owner has a bit more responsibility, as you can see here. They will review the request, collaborate with other stakeholders as needed, make a determination on whether or not to recommend a request for continued design, agree to participate in any engagement activities, communicate as needed with the proponent. If the request is not recommended, they will communicate with the requester. If recommended, they will then resubmit via the gateway, and the request will then be sent to the appropriate service center. It is important to note that any decision to support an IFP request may change based on various circumstances, as you see stated on the slide. The final determination will be made by the FAA. One of the greatest perks of the gateway is that stakeholders can sign up for notifications. And this is not limited. You can request information on an entire state, airport, or individual procedure. This notification alert will let you know first that your IFP request was received, when a procedure has been sent to flight check for validation, and when a procedure has been processed for publication, and when it publishes. How cool is that? And we also have an instructional video on the website that will assist with creating an account and how to sign up for notifications. We want to make this as easy and stress-free as possible. So now we have to give a little disclaimer. I'm not going to read this entire slide, but the main point is that the IFP Information Gateway is a communication tool that the FAA is using to talk about proposed changes to flight procedures and to receive technical aeronautical comments. It is not intended to be used to fulfill obligations under the National Environmental Policy Act or other applicable environmental regulations. So now that we've got that out of the way, let me talk to you about another cool tool on the gateway, flexible searches. This will allow for free text, and searches can be accomplished via airport name or ID, city, state, service area, or region. This feature allows anyone free access to current procedure charts and will allow you to see anything that is currently being worked on. I told you it was pretty cool. Okay, so we know that sometimes people have questions or comments about our procedures, and we want to be able to provide the best customer service possible. On the screen, you see two ways to contact us that will go directly to our aeronautical inquiry portal. We will respond to your inquiry because we want to be able to serve you better. The link in the presentation will direct you to the Gateway website. We are not going to watch the video during this presentation, but highly encourage you to do so if you plan on signing up for an account to receive notifications. We are in the process of updating the website and video, so if you have any recommendations, please provide comments using the inquiry feature. Okay, I know that I threw a lot of information at you. We are very proud of the IFP Information Gateway, but we couldn't share all of the information that is stored on the website during our time together. So please check it out.